Hi, welcome to Athlete, episode 6. I'm Carlos Strong, former Bulldog, 92 through 96. I'm here with Silas, current starting guard for the Bulldogs. So Silas, being from Raleigh, North Carolina, what drew you to UGA?
Kind of Coach White and the coaches that he brought with him. I was originally committed to USC. I was going to go out west. I felt like I just wanted to change. I was just tired of being in the South, kind of going out there. I fell in love with it, but obviously some things happened. But what drew me here was just Coach White, Coach Dean, the great guys, the plan they had for me, told me I had a chance to play early as a freshman, they wanted to learn, groom me as a player. And I just felt the love, it was a family environment from the jump, Came in, my whole family was there, I was doing in-home visits, nobody really knew what was going on. And I just kind of felt the vibe, like it was a great vibe from the jump. And I just felt like Coach White, everything he said, he stood on it, like he's being 100 about everything. And I honestly, I'm big on that, just being honest and transparent is kind of the biggest thing I lean on in my family and life. And he was like that from the jump, so I just fell in love with it.
Okay, cool. Both of us, could have pretty much went anywhere in the country. Right. So what sort of, what was that focal point of here? What drew you to it? What did you want to be a part of? What did you want to build when you decided to make this decision?
Definitely knowing that like the SEC is kind of a league that puts a lot of guys in the NBA. You look at the track record. You look at here. You look at the Kentuckys, the Tennessees. You just look at all the teams. Like it's a lot of teams that go here from the tournament, and it's just like it's a proven league. So just knowing that Coach White, came from Florida. He's been to the tournament. He's coming here trying to build a culture as in we want to win. We want to have players that's bigger than themselves, want to be a part of a winning program. That kind of drew me, and just knowing that I could be a big part of that as a freshman was a big part for me in choosing where I wanted to go.
Got it. And for me, I think being from Athens, I wanted to stay home. Back then Georgia was a big football school, right. So being top 3 player in the country, McDonald's All-American, I was like, I'm gonna stay home. Mm-hmm. So we was fortunate enough to get a lot of guys to stay home. So that's why I sort of did it. But I understand what you're saying now. So coming into SEC is big. I don't care what position you play. But being a point guard, that brings a whole nother entity to it for me. Like that's, you got a lot of responsibilities.
Yeah,
like what was it like jumping from high school straight into a starting point guard role, like in the SEC? Like I know that had its challenges, but tell me about it.
I definitely had its challenges at first, coming in as a freshman, kind of young. They wanted to give me the keys early. Obviously, I had to earn it as well, but they wanted to give me the keys. Honestly, it's a big challenge, and I kind of felt like my high school year, like my coach was always adamant about me being a point guard, having the ball in my hands. Like every mistake is my fault being a point guard. So like Mike Wright, is my high school coach. He kind of groomed me and taught me the ways like everything's always gonna be your fault and you can't let that bother you. So I know coming in here I was gonna make mistakes. I wanted to be mistake free. I know early I went through a little bit of adversity trying to figure out my way and how I can figure my way to fit within the team and just being a point guard. Like early I wasn't using my voice as much and the coaches kind of got on me about that. And as the season went, I feel like I started leading more. I started leading more by action. And I feel like it kind of helped me and it helped the team towards the end. Obviously made a big run towards the end going to the NIT. Honestly, we wanted to be in the tournament, but we haven't seen playoff action here since 2015. And even winning is just another big thing for us. So I feel like me growing through the season and maturing as a player and person I am, it kind of helped us.
Speaking of the NIT, I know it made me feel good. I felt good since Coach White got here. I just feel like the program's headed in the right direction with you guys and things. But what does that say about the future of our program in your mind? What we had 3 true freshmen starting. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And so I feel like that's so much room to grow. What do you think about that? What the future holds with that?
I think our future is bright here, man. Obviously, coach is gonna give you the chance to earn your way on the floor. Obviously, nothing is given. You just got to come in here. It's kind of everything you want in the school. We got good football, good academics, basketball on the rise. You have a chance to be a part of a team that's constantly growing every year. If you look at the years since Coach has been here, 16 last year, 20 and 16 this year, went to the NIT. So it's only up from here kind of you looking at it. Coach always going to give you the chance to earn what you want. He's never going to give anything to you. It's kind of like with Coach White. He's been a winner everywhere he went. So, obviously it takes time, and I think that third year is a big jump. Coach obviously trusts the players. He ask us who we like looking at now, looking at the portal, like he's always talking to us day in and day out about who you guys looking at, who we want to recruit. So I mean, he's obviously transparent a lot.
Got you. And you touched on you hadn't had any playoff experience, any bracket play experience or whatever. What experience you think you got from that that's going to help you in the future? What did you and your teammates get from that?
Definitely. I feel like the experience I learned was, teams make runs at any time, and being able to take that punch and then come back and keep playing. I mean, it's just honestly playing through adversity at all times. Because obviously, it's neutral siting. You might not have as many fans as you have at a home game. So just playing through, you got to bring your own energy. Got to be ready from the jump. It's just so many little things you can learn from playing in the playoffs.
Yep. And I love what Coach White does, and I thought it was a great hire from the jump. I think he's really going to take us where we want to go. He already has. You can see the improvement. In your eyes, what makes him a unique coach? And you've said several things already, but if you can, just tell me a little bit what makes him unique.
What makes him unique is he's very open. You walk by through the lounge. His door is always open, always willing to talk to you. I mean, like I say, he's transparent. Obviously, he's not going to do all the yelling and screaming. Some guys can't take that, some guys can. And he's different than everybody. Like, he's going to pull you to the side, talk to you, explain to you. If you have any questions, he's willing to answer. So he's a very open-minded guy, and he's a good communicator when you can talk to him one-on-one.
Oh, cool. So, like, you've seen some of the programs in the country, the power programs, where they have a great football team, but then they come and make Final Four runs with their basketball teams. Like, what do you think the potential is for Georgia to get there?
Obviously, football has high expectations looking at it. Every sport's trying to build up to what they're trying to do. Obviously, it takes time, but I feel like basketball-wise, like, we're moving in the right direction. Coach is bringing in the right guys. I feel like we're starting to come together more as a team. Even though we don't have a lot of guys here, just talking to people that might want to come here or has even said they want to come here. I mean, it's honestly just a growing process. And I feel like we have a chance to make the tournament this coming year because we bringing in the right guys, coaching them and involving us, and I feel like we all just want to get that taste of what it's like to be in the tournament.
Yeah, and so I guess that answers that. I mean, I know you feel like, and you've said several times where you and your coaching staff and your players and the guys that coach, y'all can make something special here at UGA. I want to go back to something we talked about earlier, being a point guard. Like, I looked at your size, you're 6'5". So how does that help you, like, in the game, in the grand scheme of things?
I feel like it definitely helps me a lot because you look at some teams, they have smaller guards running the point guard. Yeah. So, I mean, it kind of gives me an advantage as to just get to my spots. Obviously when a guy's crawling up on me, I can turn to the side, look over the defense, scan everything. I mean, it obviously helps me because then it puts me in a bracket as I'm a guy with size that can make plays that a smaller guy might make. So, I mean, it just puts me at advantages and it helps our team.
Gotcha.
Definitely looking at you guys made a Sweet 16 run. When you guys made it to the Sweet 16, how was that experience? How you feel like yourself played?
I think it was we had a big senior team. I think we came together at the right time. Tubby Smith was our coach at the time, and he really got the most out of us. And it was great. I think it was an experience I'll never forget. I think it's one of those things where you guys are headed right there. You know what I mean? And one thing about good teams, like, it's a brotherhood. So we all cared about each other. It didn't matter who scored or who did what. It was one collective unit. And I think once we got that point, that's why we made that run.
I know Tubby Smith, great dude.
Oh,
great dude, great coach. He's a good
great
dude.
Coach, great guy, great family. He's a motivator. He got the most out of me when I was here playing for him.
So looking at that, what advice can you give me for my career and my career here while I'm playing here? What advice do you have for me?
I mean, just lead by example. I mean, work. Don't cheat it. We do fundamental things right now. Train to strong, where we work on just building, like you said, you're bred to be a point guard. Continue to do that. Fall back on what you learned and continue to excel, and you'll be fine. I mean, I love how you play. I love how you run the team. You command the team. So keep doing your thing.
Yes, sir, for sure.
Okay, Silas, now we're about to go into some rapid fire questions. All right, Silas, who is your biggest inspiration?
I'd say outside of my mom and dad, it'd probably be LeBron James, just the way he carries himself. I feel like he's a leader on and off the court, and like, he just brings so much to who he is and in the world, I would say.
Describe UGA athletics for me.
I would say it's definitely a powerhouse school, bred in winning. We just had tennis win, their SEC, football's winning. I feel like this year across the board, everybody's been winning a whole lot more.
And what makes Athens the best college town?
It's very diverse. I mean, you can go downtown, you got an abundance of things. You got shoe stores, great place to eat. You know, if you want to go late night out, you can go down there. You got a couple different places you can go, and then obviously you can go. Atlanta's right there. You know, it's right there, a little getaway. But Athens, I feel like it's very calm, laid back, and it's a place where if you want to come visit, it's very cool.
We spoke on downtown. Perfect meal in Athens.
I would say right now downtown, I like to go to Bruxy. You know, it's a little breakfast spot. Nice little place.
Okay. And in any sport, your favorite athlete of all time?
Any sport, I probably say is Michael Jordan. You know, obviously in today, and it's the difference between Michael Jordan and LeBron. I mean, I love LeBron, but I feel like Michael Jordan, just looking back at it, he's just a dog, man. Always want to win, and it's just his presence and his aura. Like, he walk into the room, he commands the room. Everybody know who he is. So I feel like that, Michael Jordan.
Definitely. This has been Athlete to Athlete, Episode 6. I'm Carlos. This is Silas.